your ovens at home. They're not as big as a traditional cookie pan, but it's what I'm used to baking on. I do use cookie pans at Christmas. I like, I bake about 15 different types of cookies that I ship out to everybody, friends and family, and it's just one of those fun things that what I consider a fun, therapeutic thing to do besides Christmas shopping.
Amy is baked.
Yes.
If I may interrupt for just a moment.
Sure.
The thought just occurred to me. Are you a hand mixer or a machine?
Oh, it depends. I have regular dough. Oh, for this dough, no, because I make this dough in double and triple batches, I have a professional KitchenAid. You know, it's a big KitchenAid. You know, you're beating 2 pounds of butter, 2 pounds of cream cheese, even at room temperature. You're going to sit there with your arm, it's going to hurt, and that can beat for 5 minutes while you're doing other things. You know, so I use the stand mixer.
So if you're suggesting then that if we're doing this at home and you're making, of course, much
you can use a hand mixer. Because the standard recipe is a half a pound of butter, a half a pound of cream cheese. That's totally workable for your hand mixer. I use my hand mixer for other things. You know, I still love my hand mixer. And I still also use a lot of things by hand. I prefer to mix with my wooden spoons, you know. But no, you do not need a stand mixer. You do not. You can just make a single batch. A hand mixer is perfectly fine. All right, so anyway, so this is the arugula dough. Again, it's the log. It's going to go on the pan.
That's parchment paper underneath.
That's parchment, yes, thank you. That's parchment under here also. It makes it easier to lift off. You can spray it. I don't like the added grease on the pastry. And because you need parchment, because what happens inevitably, the preserves will leak out. No matter how you seal it, they're going to ooze out of the bottom, and they're sticky like glue. So, you know, once you can handle this, you just peel it off the parchment, and you can take your knife and cut the jelly that leaks out. The next step with this, and then I'm going to have you guys, somebody can come up and do this if you like. It's not baked as a log. It's not baked without being cut. I do about a 3/4 inch slice across it. So basically what this is doing is giving me my individual arugula, and it's cooking the dough on the inside. And if you bake this as a solid log without these marks, the outside would get brown, you'd have gooey dough on the inside. And it's still
all the way down to the bottom?
No, I cut it about 1/2 inch down, 1/2 inch to 3/4.
So it could cook in the middle.
Yes, so the dough cooks through the middle, yeah.
Making air holes.
Yeah,
Maybe your method is much better than the triangles.
I'm sorry?
I mean,
This is
I'm
much
not
easier than
based
the
on
triangles.
parchment paper roll.
Yeah.
You can get it in rolls. It doesn't come in sheets, but you can buy it in rolls. Stop
Yeah, you can get it.
selling.
Yeah, you can still get it.
Yeah, it comes like saran wrap. You can get it that way.
Yeah.
You can also use, no, you can't use wax paper for this.
Yeah, it seems a brown box.
All right, so then what I do is I take an egg wash. It's just a little egg and milk, and it's brushed on.
A whole egg?
It's a whole egg. Yeah, I beat a whole egg. It's brushed on. This is for 2 reasons. One, to have the I use cinnamon sugar to sprinkle over the top, and it also gives it a nice sheen. So for a finished product, it looks nice to have a little sheen on the pastry. So again,
Seems like it's so low calorie.
No, it's a sprinkle of sugar. Look, if you're going to eat arugula, you're going to eat it, don't feel guilty. You have to enjoy them. You eat the whole log, you can feel guilty.
You should share.
That's why I give them away. Every time I'm baking them now, like I said, because we sell them through the site, my daughter's question now is, can we eat that one, or did you sell it? They'll come in and they're like, oh, Mommy, we just have the ends. I'm like, well, my customers don't ask for the ends. Okay, you can have the ends. So most of my arugula logs are all trimmed because my daughters are gone. Okay. Kendra, do you want to cut this and pass this out? Now, just like the TV food network, I'll answer your questions in a second. They put it in the oven and then they go.
Immediately. That's fast.
And the ends are missing. Gee, I wonder what happened. So this is what
Could I
they
see it,
look
please?
like. This is what they look like when they come out.
Beautiful.
They're nice and brown. They take about 45 to 55 minutes to bake, depending on your oven. I tend to bake them a little longer. It depends on your oven. I like them a little golden brown versus I don't like sticky pastry. I like dry, flaky pastry. I'm going to have Canada slice these up and pass them out.
Use that knife for some of it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, 350. And there's enough for everybody to have one, and then if we have enough for everybody after that, have another one. And these are just the apricot. Yeah, I do have one. Okay, do I have any volunteers who would like to make pickle? Oh, question.
What else is in the pastry besides the butter and
There's flour.
how much?
Let me just see if I can roughly do it. All right, it's approximately half a pound of butter, half a pound of cream cheese, 2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of vanilla.
And when we have a rubber
Just take it out with filling.
The filling. The filling is just chopped walnuts, cinnamon, white sugar, and light brown sugar. And then whatever jelly you like. If you like apricot, if you like raspberry, you like strawberry, or no jelly at all. Some people just like the nuts. Actually, and then some people like the chocolate, but with the chocolate, I don't put any nuts, any raisins, any sugar. It's just pastry, milk chocolate that I hand grate, roll it up in there, and it melts into the pastry. I don't like the chocolate personally. You know, I'm just kind of a purist. Yes?
You have to put the hump at the end of rubber off.
I had to learn how to spell it.
Oh, that was the first thing. I didn't know how to spell it when I first went to look for it. And I'm typing this stuff in. I mean, with all my cookbooks, none of them had arugula recipe, or at least I didn't know how to spell it, so I wasn't looking up properly. I'm like, what are these things called, and what are they spelling like? Anyway.
Kosher bakery.
Yeah. And, so, does anybody want to come up and give this a try?
Everybody.
I only have 3, unfortunately. Okay.
Wash your hands.
Now I'm going to give it.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But you see, the thing is that this is going to be baked, so, you know, any germs are going to get true. So if you're making a salad, you know, so, you know,
I got it.
okay, what I'm going to do is get enough of the salad. So, oh, by the way, the tool I'm using is called an offset spatula. You can see why it's called offset. Regular spatulas are straight. This comes down and goes off at an angle. It's very easy for spreading things. If you've never used one and you like to bake or do frosting, I really recommend them. They're wonderful. Okay.
Did you want more than one bowl?
Well, we can, you can,
But I don't want that much allergy.
okay, well, there's one glove. Okay, shred it, leave about an inch up there, right to the end.
You don't have a pie.
Oh, no.
That's the, you have to find out how to make it better.
And you gotta bring it right to the end. This is the only edge you're not bringing to the end and to the back.
So, is the dough very complicated?
No, it's basically creaming the sugar and the butter and cream cheese are cooking together. How's that? Perfect.
We'll do it on the other one.
Sugar, vanilla, flour.
Now I can
Okay, yeah, let me give you the amount you need. Okay, so you're going to sprinkle it, not too thick? Thank you. So you have an inch or so right here.
It doesn't stick to it. Right off.
Touch forward, right to the ends. Right
Well, you can be the first one.
You don't want me.
No.
I love the way the cream is.
Frank. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. I will buy the cranberries go than Oh my God, that's good. Oh.
I'm going to get everyone's reaction.
Oh my God. Very good.
You're doing a good job. There's no way around it. It will be sticky. I know, it's sticky if you can't roll
Great job.
it. Doesn't work. No, you have to let it go.
All from TV because I don't think it's a
No, it looks great. It looks great.
This is the first.
Very good.
I think she's a very good. She makes really good food.
She's very
downloaded before I came in.
Carrots,
Pineapple cake that she makes.
I used to think she's one of the best.
Yeah, she's
Oh, I think she is everything. I've
Yeah,
done a lot of her
everything. But she's such a goody-goody.
Oh, yes,
Which one? Who was that?
I'm the guardian.
Oh, okay.
She was a child.
Yes, what?
She was a child. She has no
Oh, no, she has her husband.
That, oh, give me my sweetie.
Great. Okay, now you want to seal your ends. See, it does. That's okay. Because we're not. You don't seal your ends.
Oh, I was just making that tight.
Nope. Seal your ends. Pinch them and seal them. Yes. Oh, thank you.
See, we put in too much jelly.
Is this going to be on LIRIC? Like, how do you get this on?
It'll probably be linked to LIRIC.
So
When you're on the LIRIC site,
I never was on it.
I was never on it either, but we're going to figure out how to link it over.
Okay.
And if not, then an email will be sent out letting people know how to get to it.
Thank you.
Was our mouth open or what?
Got a lot of people smiling.
You get to get some also.
I did. I got one. I'm going to go back for more. Delicious, right?
I'm going to have one.
Alan, you should make another announcement. Thanks. Go get one.
I got one. I had one. Excellent.
So he's going back to the leftovers to bring it to me.
You did. I'm sorry.
Thursday. I think it's 10:30. Alright. Good idea if you're going to take a course to have the book in advance. You'll be able to appreciate it a lot more. You know what the DVD is
Okay. Excuse me, this lady had a question. How do I chop my nuts? Okay, it's a legitimate question. People say, oh, it's in a food processor. No, if you process, there's different ways of doing it. For this particular recipe, I chop the walnuts by hand. The reason why is when you put them through a processor, it chops them very fine and gives you dust. So you have some that aren't chopped or chopped rough, and then you have the powdery dust. You can't control it that well. You can pulse it a little bit. I'm very comfortable with a knife. Some people say, oh, no, I'm putting it in a chopper. Okay, I don't like to. I like to
has them already chopped.
Yes, you can buy them already chopped. That's right. You can.
Put them in some wax paper and take it home.
You can do that. Yeah. I like chopping. I like using the knife, but I like chopping.
Does she have the recipe, or?
Does she have the recipe?
I mean, is she giving it out?
I don't think so.
No?
She did it verbally.
Okay.
I think my mother.
It was very good. Very good. And
You're smart. You got in there before the end. You got to get in there early.
yeah, I got there. I made sure I did. Had a lot more filling than usual, and it was a lot tastier than usual. Yes.
Like coconut. Nice little side.
All setting up.
Candida?
No, it's not we have it in here, we buy it, and then she cooks it up, and we buy it all filleted, everything's filleted, the nice I have an old
We have 2 weeks left, right? I have an idea. I kind of have an outline of what I'd like to do. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to learn about that maybe you have the opportunity now to express it, and maybe I can incorporate that into the next 2 weeks? Yes. Cooking for one. Okay, all right. Okay, that's fine.
Make a phone call.